Hello, I'm live, and it's Dr. Mia Luth. Most people just call me Mia. Hockey people sometimes Creasesinger. Um, I would do a normal rundown of certain things having to do with God Cares Ministries, but I'm going to stress this: it's not about religion. So that's all people need to know. And the anything that anybody needs to know is in the description. There's a new description. It's pretty much solid. And anybody I know from around the web who is watching briefly can always jump on, say hi. I can't really do a lot these days, so that's just how it is. Uh, but I know I have to get a second opinion regarding Parkinson's because I have another symptom that has come up that falls in the Parkinson's. So at this point, it's looking pretty, yeah, bleak. I'm not thrilled, but on the other hand, I kind of had a feeling that when I went to go talk to one of the movement disorder specialists at Hopkins, just completely dismissive of the fact that I couldn't duck walk. I couldn't. My chiropractor doesn't even like me anymore because he's like, you need to loosen up, and I'm like, I'm about as loose as it can get. It's muscle rigidity, man. Like, nobody's really getting this shit, and I'm totally, I don't know, freaking floored by the ridiculousness of some things that have been going on. But Elton, Maryland, I try to just put that out. It's like, Elton, Maryland, yeah, I'm gonna live here pretty much probably till I die. So, uh, but I try and introduce myself around because I am I do have PhD level uh, psychology experience, and so much is going on. Everybody, COVID, people may want to try and put out of their minds, it's over, but it's not over for everybody, and it's still going on. So money, all these things that happen, so I can at least occasionally help out from home. I'm It's somewhat of a healer depending on how you want to look at it. But I have counseling experience and I have some experience with people who think in the spiritual. So I have been trying to put together a couple classes and some training maybe for law enforcement, but I'm not really sure when that's going to happen. I need $1,000 every month to make sure that I can get some help in here. It is I at this point, except somebody's going to argue with me. It's God. So, sure, right? Yes, which is fine, but I'm in too much pain these days. I did stop taking my hydrocodone, not forever, but I mean, I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to do that. But I did briefly, just to get off of it for a little while. And I learned how to make this liniment with, um, trying to think, butter lettuce. I always say butter lettuce, but I don't really think that's what it is. Yeah, I like butter lettuce. It's my favorite lettuce. It's really mild, but I like it. Um, so I'm not going to do the regular spiel. It's just always looking for volunteers. Anybody who is, internet friendly out there runs across this. It's like, I'm not trying to avoid anybody. I'm trying to take care of myself because, you know, just looking more and more that it is actually Parkinson's. If somebody's going to tell me it's, I'm like, well, then why do I have symptoms exactly like Parkinson's? See what I'm getting at? And I don't really want to mess with it because if I'm taking meds that make it worse, then that's no good. But I thought maybe it wasn't, but more and more stuff. So I have something called gastroparesis now. It is pretty. It can get remarkable, but they tested. Yeah, it was moderate, but there's issues with that now. The kind of food I can eat, some of the things I have to do. I don't know if I need to get some kind of surgery. There's still options that might be there. I have to talk to the doctor back and forth, doctors back and forth, doctors back and forth, doctors back and forth. Right? I mean, I got to the point where I just had to stop talking to people online, and if they took it personally, I don't really give a shit. Right? I mean, my whole family's dead, and I just. Anyway, I don't want to get into it. But so that kind of took the steam out of me because I mean, I'm starting to feel better, and I thought I was walking better, but now I have uh, other issues that keep me further pent up in my house. Yeah, yeah, goalie woes. Yeah. So I put this online. I know nobody pays attention, not really, but the description is done. And that's not going to change much. Let's just put the basic topic when I do a topic. But I decided to put that out there just in case anybody I know wants to leave a comment, say hi, check in. And some of this I'll use for recording. I don't know I'll use this because I'm still trying to figure out how to process this right now. It's not really happy times for me, right? It's not a happy time for me, right? I know, I just had happy times. Oh, I get to keep my girls. No booby cancer. I didn't have booby cancer. Awesome. Right? Which is good. And I'm in remission with everything else. There's still mysterious blood in my urine all the time. I don't know. Who knows? I'm a mystery. I stump the medical community. I defy human logic, apparently. I don't know. I took one of those tests, the aptitude test things that try and tell you to take. Oh boy, I get all kinds of stuff shoved at me. Here, take this test. Okay. Yeah. Oh, what's this one about? All right. I gotta study up. But I don't even remember what I was just saying. Tests. Too many tests. Oh yeah. Apparently, if I were to enter the business world at this point with my personality and the way I am, I would be known as a maverick. Exactly. I'm a maverick. Ooh, right. But I'm not the kind of maverick that would kill Goose. See what I'm saying? Yeah, no, man. Nobody feels sorry for that guy. Exactly. Kill Goose, man. So I try and have a good sense of humor, but I'm really having a hard time with that. So I've just decided that I'm I'm still I'm still a little bit like this when it comes to the hockey people. Back. Just I'm not happy. No, tainted the Stanley Cup. Tainted Stanley Cup. You ruined it for me. Bear that in mind, gentlemen of the National Hockey League. I don't know if I can. Don't try. Nope. I have a feeling more names are coming off that cup. Hey, kids, don't be like them. You understand? Right. You really have a hard time. I mean, freaking, right. Find some people and gang up. Like, if everybody gangs up against. Anyway, regardless. So, yes, I'm not thrilled at all with the National Hockey League. I'm not saying all everybody. You understand? It just. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, one person was found not guilty. Good. We have a not guilty. I believe it. I'm sticking with it. I'm not arguing with anybody about it. There are certain topics I'm just like, well, okay, that one's done, but there's other situations. So, you know, it's kind of tainted the ice hockey for me. Not that I'm not trying, but I'm staying off to the side. Yeah, I'm way fringe ice hockey. But apparently, I'm also esoteric and mystical, which puts me in an interesting position in Christendom because I'll talk to witches all damn day long, and just like some of them, they're already saved. You're already in the body of Christ. Oh, sometimes just let them find out for themselves. Yeah, that takes too long, and then people die. So I can do a little bit here and there, but most of the time I'm just concentrating on not being in pain. And you know, I have too many doctors. It's like the podiatrist, the endocrinologist, the cardiologist. I, I don't need a date that badly. Yes, I don't really think I would be going on any more dates. I might be just closing myself down to that, sadly. Well, I open myself up to, you know, the idea that I might be in a long term committed relationship and I get attacked so badly that, right, well, it's too fucking late now. I'll put it to you that way. You know, so still don't know. I have consulted with a couple people about these things, but I put roots down in Elton, so I try and put stuff out too that anybody from Elton, Maryland finds. I'm one of your neighbors. I am clergy, but I'm also a healer, and I understand spiritual mysticism and Gnosticism, and sometimes, I'm not really concerned about religion as much as I am. Your spiritual self also needs care. And so a lot of people don't they forget that, or they don't know how to incorporate that, or they think it's all hocus pocus, or they think I'm, a witch from the 14th century. It's really hard to tell, but whatever. So I have an office that I'm clearing out, separate from my living space. But unfortunately, I would like everyone to know who's got sex on the mind there. Yay, incubuses and succubuses out there. Yeah, I'm not interested. Get what I'm saying? Right. Some of you trying to do the mind fuck should realize exactly about how dead you will be very soon if you haven't passed away already. Yeah. So, anyway, I don't, there's no war in heaven at this current time, Earth, people. No war in heaven. I'll say it again. I don't care what shape the Earth is. I'm just glad I have a place to live. So that answers all that. I don't get into that. Uh, Too many versions of Rapture. I don't get into that. I don't know why they blew up the Georgia Guidestones, but I gotta be honest. Well, they weren't bothering me any, okay? Simple enough. You know, I've been a sort of a esoteric researcher since I was a little kid. not much choice. So I had all kinds of stuff thrown at me when I was a kid. So, all stone buildings, and, obviously there's more than just Stonehenge, but yes, more recently there's, expanded operations and more technology to explore these things. But I will just say, I'm going to type this out, just a thinker, in case anybody runs across it. Uh, do you think uh, that the Easter Island faces are art? See, here's the other thing. It's discussed amongst all the people who want to go ancient alien or go conspiracy or whatever direction anybody, right? The lizards and the Anunnaki and whatever else, okay? Why has not why have not many of you put out what could just be art? Okay? It may not have some cryptic, ridiculous meaning. Some languages, right, they're repeats of the same things throughout history in the same, right, in different languages. But there's too much conjecture, and I'm a scientist, so I agree, but I disagree. And there are other ways to look at this, and people may never have heard of me, but well, now you're hearing of me because, I mean, what else was I supposed to do but just do independent research? It's not like, right? It's not like I had a ton of connections, and it isn't like you know, there weren't too many people around me who really even gave a shit about having intelligent conversation. So, yeah, I like that. See, this is another thing that I'm just going to get out. So I put up on Craigslist. Okay, people are like, "Oh, Craigslist is crap." Well, now I agree. Finally, I agree. No more Craigslist for me ever. Uh, that I was doing classes and mostly for men over 21, and yep, and I would explain. It says just mature adult. I mean, you have to be a serious-minded individual, and there's some people with trauma who may have seen a therapist and may go see a psychiatrist, and they may even be on medications, but some people are very spiritual minded. So there should be that portion of mental health care that should be addressed, and it doesn't always get addressed. So I'm more of a Jungian psychiatrist, if anybody wants to know, but Jung was a mystic, and gnosis just means knowledge of God. Gnosis. So, you know, I don't try and figure any of that stuff out because that's how it works. If you don't try and figure it out, it comes to you. It's a little more passive, but I do love Jesus. Don't anybody be freaking out. It doesn't matter what anybody's calling him, Jesus, the human name. Okay? But I am permitted, you understand, to use healing techniques, energy, things like that. No, it isn't freaking new age. Some of the Christians are just about, I know, I do. I feel like, God damn, the Bibles get thicker and they're beating me with? What's happening? Exactly. Like, all right, well, I'm not, the wrong kind of cockroach. Anyway, so I'm just trying to put stuff online. I don't know. This is my life. Oh, but I think another hard part is the way people react. They don't know what to do. So I kind of stopped going out in public because, you know, I would get pains if I get breakthrough pain. Well, I mean, I'll grab my chest. Oh, you know, and sometimes it'll stop me. Like I just can't even take a breath. I gotta stop. You know, you gotta power through it. Oh God! And when you grab your heart, the first thing people automatically go for it's your heart. But I know the difference. It's not. No, it's just really severe something else. I've had heart difficulties, and I know what that feels like as compared to something else. But also, right? Nobody's allowed to curse me. What the hell? People think you got the power to curse me. I'm not cursed. No, but I need some help, and so volunteers always in the local area. I am trying to get money into an emergency fund, and there's a win, state of Maryland. We have a dental win, state of Maryland. In case nobody knew this, a dental coverage win, state of Maryland. Shit, my typing is this crap. Uh, Beginning in January 1st, I guess, January 2023, anybody who's on Medicaid or Medicare, they have a pilot, they had a pilot program, and now there will be more coverage for a little bit more leeway for coverage for things that were not previously covered. So adult cavities, I mean, if you, yeah, kids under 18 usually pretty much everything they need gets covered, but you get into adulthood and then it's just like, hey, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Kiss my ass, Uncle Sam. What the fuck? I mean, I'm just saying what I feel. Yep. I ended up in shock trauma. So for me, it's just like, I would have used my dental coverage had I had it. And it probably would have cost the insurance company and everyone else a lot less money than, right, sending me to freaking shock trauma. Right? Get a nice slice open. The guy, yeah, he says, one of them says, oh, this is one of the worst infections we've seen in years. Great. See? And there are people who want to encourage and, push and push. Like I need more excitement in my life. And those motherfuckers need to back the fuck off. Right? That's how I feel about that. Yeah. I freaking, ugh, Parkinson's can't freaking do anything. Anyway, so I have studio working. That's in the works. Everything's kind of going slowly, but I'm okay with slowly. I mean, I kind of know things take time, and I seem to be a bit more patient than a lot of people realize. Hey, we're still in a pandemic. I'm long hauling, yes. So I feel like spending a lot of time catnapping these days. And right, if the government or some dipshit online or someone who just wants to be known as the worst kind of pile of crap, you coming at me online, showing me pictures of their underwear and asking me if they will come to full orgasm when I put up an ad for spiritual attunement so that you can be guided in some mental health areas that traditional therapists do not. Nothing in there says anything like that. So, fuck Craigslist. Shit. Take that off the list. I can't use Craigslist at all. So, people, especially if you're in the local area, Elton, Maryland, just don't come at me with your penises. Okay? Right. Anybody wants an orgasm out of me? Well, you're going to have to marry me first. Buy the cow. Then you can get the milk. I've had enough from dudes to last me. Yeah, a whole nother freaking eon. So if males are all walking around, right? If one of you ends up missing or dead, I don't know anything about that. But there's some crazy ass females too. But street economics is how this works in the United States of America. Don't let anybody fool you. That's street economics, right? You got a pack of smokes for, right? Oh, okay. Well, my boss gave me his medical weed as payment, so I'll trade you my medical weed for your a grill. This is street economics, folks. No, the streets don't eat me alive. You see what I'm saying, right? The wilderness doesn't eat me alive. No, I'm not worried about the jungle either. We're not divided, and so it's all just piles of bullcrap out there. And frankly, I don't really want a lot of people around me. No. So I've just had too much. Now I have to go relive all the trauma of being tortured and raped for somebody's sick fucking pleasure, apparently. Needs to know my trauma. Right. I don't know. Anyway, so I hope everyone is trying to stay safe, and everybody, I wouldn't ask anybody else, but here's what I do and what I have been doing for years on end, having incurable physical ailments, plural, just once a day. Just okay, just once a day, and sooner or later, right, you're in the habit of doing it at least once a day. So maybe you have to get to a point where you have to do it twice a day and 3 times a day. But it's kind of like it clears, it helps clear some stuff, clear out some negative, clear out some thoughts. It's very, very helpful. So just even if you can't hardly breathe, just, right? Try and get one in. I mean, it's the one thing you can do where you by yourself take one in and let it out. And, it does help. It's not bullshit. So everybody has to be more kind to each other, and everybody needs to be more understanding about the fact that the whole world still, vulnerable people losing a lot of money, their jobs, they can't, the whole thing. So human beings really are all in this together, except you're not, but you refuse to believe me when I tell you that you're not. So screw it, you just find out. Anyway, so all my research is on hold right now. Uh, and that's about 30 minutes. But I'm encouraging people, come talk to me, say hi. You know anybody that lives anywhere near Elton? I can always use like an extra set of hands every so often. I used to be, able to handle all this easy nails, hammers, picking stuff up, or something fell on the floor today. Nails all over the floor. That's gonna take me a while. Right. I need one of those magnetic things point. Ooh, yeah. This is so I can do it from my chair. Oh God. Anyway, now I don't think I am taking this well, to be honest. So I just trying to swim around in the music the best I can and find like proper vibrations the best I can. So I just hope that everybody's okay and anybody's friendly with online. You can always stop in and say hi. But I don't know. May everybody be blessed. May the light of truth just always be. That's one thing. I am a truther. I'll say that. But all the truthers, we should all just everybody stop visualizing. Nobody, right? It really should only come from one source. Mm-hmm. Just the word truth. Just the word truth. Don't try and picture what that is. But if we're all aiming for the word truth without any, I'm sure there will be some revelation. Okay? But yeah, I am not as conspiracy theory as some, and some of this stuff's been known. But people have been talking about UFOs since like the 1950s. Right. It's not new. Yes, the US government has. And so other governments. What are you saying? You're not uncovering some great thing here. Some of you. No, you're not. And a lot of you are taking credit for other people's intellectual property right out in the world wide open. So there are organizations that take that far more seriously than you might imagine. That that's that. It's hate is not an equivalent or a match for love. So there's no such thing as hate. It's just love. It doesn't even factor everybody. You're not dualists, okay? Well, some of you, freaky fucking artists, just nothing but huge pains. You really should. Yep, some of you fucking deserved it. The end. Don't whine about it. Okay? No, you're not. None of us are really dualists. That's not even real. Paradoxes aren't even real. Yes, all the fun things you can actually brain train and manipulate and get people to think. However, there is a single constant truth. And it has actually been said many times in different languages all over this world. But you're still all in denial. So, yeah. It's like, Jesus, you gotta help me lift all these, right, up out of denial. Right? Denial is a river in Egypt. See? I have a sense of humor. Get it? Most of you know love. If you know love, you know God. God is love. None of us, what the hell are people fighting for? The fuck? There's no fighting. Get this shit out of here. And why should I have to fight for my human rights? Well, why should anyone? Actually, right. ridiculous. But one $1,000 donor. Put that out there. Somebody can do it. Easy. It's probably wipe your ass with $1,000. I only need one of you consistently throughout the month. And then, great, ministry starts building. I get it set up, and that gives me a little leeway to advertise and official web page, which will happen through just roll over my WordPress. All right, but I'm an actual real serious scientist, and dudes who've actually gotten their penises too close to me or done something that was, ridiculous and stupid, like donkey punch. Yeah, just hospitals. That's where you all go, gentlemen. You will end up there eventually. You do stupid shit. I don't appreciate stupid shit. I'm too old for stupid shit, and I don't have time for it. So I will take measures. So, everybody, just try to, if you feel like biting somebody's heads off, too, hey, or walk away. Say, I need a minute. Or some people will chase you. I can't say that. But be kind, mostly free anyway. Everybody should try. Everybody should try to be a little more understanding. And, some of the predators, not the hockey club. Well, you're prey now. Have a good night.